is Ernesto Herrera. I'm currently a student at the University of Texas at Arlington, currently enrolled in Kinesiology 4400 Applied Exercise Physiology. The sponsor for this project was Dr. Judy Wilson, and the title of this project is What are the effects of music on submaximal ex- exercise? The use of music has become increasingly popular over time during exercise. As we are always in search for a competitive edge, the effect listening to music has on exercise performance leads to be discovered. Through different physiological measures such as maximal oxygen consumption, heart rate, rating of perceived exertion, and distance ridden, we can determine whether there is any effect music has on exercise performance. There has been various research and the results have been mixed as to whether there is a significant difference in the outcomes of exercise performance while listening to music or not. The purpose of this study was to identify if music has any effect on physiological measures during submaximal exercise. The participants first reported to the Cardiovascular Research Laboratory in the Maverick Activity Center. On this first visit, we recorded their basic measurements such as age, height, and weight. Then the participants completed a maximal aerobic exercise test on the cycloergometer. This was used to determine the workload for the submaximal ride on the cycloergometer for the trials. We placed a heart rate monitor and headgear, and we fitted it onto their heads to hold the mouthpiece. During the max exercise test, oxygen consumption, heart rate were recorded. We had the participants come back after 48 hours for trial one at the same location. The participants on the first day of the trial completed a 30-minute submaximal test on the cycloergometer while either listening to music or not. When they arrived, a heart rate monitor was placed around the chest, the seat height was set to their proper height, and headgear was fitted onto the head to hold the mouthpiece. The resistance was set to the level determined by the maximal test. However, the first 2 to 3 minutes were used to ensure the workload was at 65% of their VO2 max. The participants were asked to pedal at a minimum of 50 RPMs throughout the 30 minutes. This same workload was used for the second trial. The data collected throughout the sessions were heart rate, VO2, rating of perceived exertion, and at the end of the 30 minutes, the distance ridden. Trial 2 was conducted at the same location. If music was listened to during the first trial, music was not listened to during the second trial, and vice versa. The data collected throughout the second trial was heart rate, VO2, RPE, and at the end of 30 minutes, the distance ridden. The results showed there was no significant difference between heart rate, VO2, RPE, or distance ridden between the two trials. This could indicate that listening to music does not have any benefit during submaximal exercise. Is there any questions? Thank you.